I think many of you know the testimony about my family. I've shared that many times. Now, people were dying mysteriously in my family. I was not the first son. I was the number 6 in my father's family. I mean, from my mother's children. My father is married to only my mother. And they've been married together for close to 60 years. And listen to this. If my senior brother was alive, he should be about 60 or close to so. And if the second one was to be alive, that one should be about 55. And the other, so I was number 6. I still have 2 sisters that are senior to me. They died mysteriously. I told you they were dying at the same age. Some years back, I was about entering into the same age. My birthday is April. And towards the last week of March, 2012, we went to a crusade for Oka because I'm a crusade man. But you see something, because of the mandate God gave to me to reach 1 billion souls. Now, but when I grew up, you can be prayerful. See, I was born into prayer. My parents, as I grew up, I met them praying. I met them in the church. In my family, whether you are 3 months old, you must fast. If you cry, you will cry. When it gets to 12, you can suck breast. You can breastfeed you. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the level. And if you don't go to church in my family on Sunday, you won't eat. And not eating is the biggest punishment you can give us from the family where we come from. Because there is no luxury, no food. We're all living in one room. And also, in our family, you must fast every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You must. If you don't do it, you are in problem. If you don't chop any other thing, at least my father, you will chop his cane or you will chop his saw, depending on the one that enters his hand that time. I was having a lot of mark in my body when I was growing up. The old man used to flog me, both with cane, both with saw. And when the thing pained me, I would run outside and I would start stoning the compound. And the landlord would come out and say, come, your father is not the owner of this house, so don't destroy. Can I hear him, somebody? It was serious.
Collect.
They were Christians, born again, prayerful people, but their children were dying. Altar was dealing with them. Now, how do you explain to people that you serve God who is alive? Why have you not called the God to prove himself? When I grew up, I began to prophesy from the age of 8. Because after then, it was long for another male child to come. So my mother began to pray. While she was praying, the word of the Lord came. You are going to have a son, and your son, he will be a mighty prophet, and they will begin to prophesy from the age of 8. And these prophecies came from different sources, from both men. So, I was born, they knew this is what God, the prophecy over my head. So it was not difficult for them to know. They knew the name that was given before I was born. So my name, my Igbo name represents the light of God. They know it. They knew it. And the other one is Christ-like. So, but as I was growing up, from the age of 8, this prophetic ministration began to manifest. My parents will tell you. But you know something? I was doing this. I was growing up like that. I met my brothers and the rest dying. Only one I did not meet. The rest, yeah, only one died earlier. The other ones the same age. You know something? The Lord told me, he said, what kill others can kill you if you don't do something different. I said, what different do I know? I'm praying. I'm fasting. He said, no. He said, son, he said, if you want to get this devil of sudden death out of your family, two serpents was in my family. One was the serpent of sudden death. The other was the serpent of poverty. My mother's side was poor, but there was no debt. My father's side was poor. There was poverty and there was debt. So when I say we grew up in one room, we are about 12, including my cousin that came to stay with us. We were 13 in number. The girls would sleep with my mother. My father's bed was bigger than that of my mother. It's a wooden bed. She would sleep, and my sisters would sleep with her. And we, the boys, including my junior brother, my cousin, we would sleep on the floor. And that carpet, you know those carpets those days? We would put mat on top. Then my father would sleep in the small iron bed, the other of us. But watch, the Lord said, if you don't deal with this, you will die the way other people did. I said, Lord, show me. He said, I will teach you. You cannot deliver if you have not been delivered. You know what God told me? He said, for the rest of your life, I am giving you this, and I'm delivering you. I'm sending you to my church. I am sending you to the world with this liberation anointing to go and liberate my people from the yoke and the shackles of the wicked that the enemy placed through them, to the altar. And he said, your mandate is to set my people free. He said, reveal this deep secret to them. And he said, deal with altars. And he said, but you yourself must practice what I tell you. And he said, for the rest of your life, you must service altar. He said, you must have the altar of prayer. And he said, your altar must not run out of blood. At least one or two occasions, some of my pastors here have been privileged. You followed me one time.
Yes.
When I want to make sacrifice.
Yes.
It was heavy.
Very heavy.
You followed me one time.
Yes, Papa.
Sometimes I just travel, go to see my father. I do it every time. And sometimes, you know, as we're having projects, I saw other men of God having projects. I still write check and give to them their project. Personal check. When they say thank you, I say, no, man of God, it's an insult. I'm not helping you. I'm helping myself. I know what is pursuing me. I know what killed people in my family. I need to, by all means, silence it for life so that it will not have voice again. It was crying death. The more I pour the blood, the more the voice goes down. If it was shouting, ah! The more I pour the blood, oh, blood, oh, blood.
No voice again.
Every voice of the altar is crying against you. I silence it. Hold on. If the blood is the voice of the altar, what voice is speaking for you? What voice? That was how sudden death was silenced in my family. It's been over 20-something years. No one have died in my family again. It's been over. I will be foolish. Why do you think I'm praying the way I'm praying? Why do you think I'm sacrificing? Listen, listen, if I want to destroy anything, I know what to do. I will destroy that thing. Yeah. 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 Do you think if native doctor can destroy people, don't you think native doctor is in lower class when it comes to my dimension? Yeah. Yeah. There are supernatural mysteries.
Yes.
There are mysteries. There are mysteries. Oh. There are mysteries.
Deep one.
As time goes on, I will teach you.